Do you want to buy a home? This program is geared for first-time homebuyers and people that want to put a less money down to buy a home. So we hear all the time, interest rates are too high, inventory, there's not enough homes out there, and prices are too high. So right now, interest rates have come down some, inventories are up, and I'm starting to see some negotiations on price and price drops throughout the country. So it might be a perfect time to use this program, so let's get into it. It is an income-based program. So you need to make, in my area, Fairfax County, DMV, 129,600 or less. You need to be at 80% of your county's AMI or less to qualify. So you can go to Fannie or Freddie Mac's website, look for the AMI lookup tools, see what your area 80% income limit is, look for the Home Ready, Home Possible line, and that is the income that you need to be at or under. Here's the thing. If you're married and one person makes 120,000 and another person makes 100, you don't have to use both. It doesn't disqualify you. You just have to use one person's income. Both can be on the loan. You just omit one person's job, okay? Totally legal and legit and able to be done. This is also a credit-based program. You need to have 620 credit score or greater. Lower the credit score, the higher the mortgage insurance, lower the ability to buy or less purchasing power. If you got a 780 credit score, you're going to have lower mortgage insurance. It actually affords you to buy more house. So having good credit is a benefit to this program. Next thing, it is a 3% down program. You cannot put down 4%. If you're fortunate enough to have 10%, what you can do is put down 3%, close the loan, and then you can call up the lender and say, I'd like to recast my mortgage, send them the 7%. They'll charge you $350. They'll lower your mortgage payment down to what's appropriate based upon your new principal balance. So you can still do this program if you want, and in some cases it does make sense. Question here is, are all parties first-time home buyers on this particular loan? So if someone has owned a property in the last 3 years, no continuing education or home buyer class is required. If all parties are first-time home buyers, one person will have to do a online course. It's free through Freddie or Fannie and takes about an hour or so to do, but it's quite educational, but one party would need to do that. Loan approval. You do need to get an approval through Loan Prospector or DU, the automated underwriting engines for both Freddie and Fannie. And they do allow for higher ratios, up to 49.99. And here's the thing. In some of these, I've also seen appraisal waivers. If the system likes the value of the property, what you're buying it for, you might actually still get a waiver, which is pretty cool, saves you money. So here's the question. Do you have 2% of the purchase price? And what I'm trying to get at here is for you to understand some of the dynamics. This program will give you up to $7,000 credit toward your down payment and or closing costs. So I'm going to get into some numbers, but here's the thing. You can get a gift for all the down payment, all of the prepaids, and all of the closing costs. You can also get a seller credit of up to 3%. I told you the market's softening. I'm seeing more seller credits. You can ask for up to 3% of the purchase price. So here's the thing. You can get a gift. You can have the money yourself to qualify for this program to potentially get this $7,000. So here's the thing. It is a max of 2% of the purchase price or $7,000, whichever's less. So on $129,600, if you had no debt whatsoever in our area, you'd be qualified for close to a $700,000 mortgage. And in that particular instance, if we look at some of those numbers, with 3% down, that would be 21 grand down payment needed. Well, if they're giving you 7, you only need 2%, which is $14,000. If you got a seller to pay the closing costs and prepaids, you literally could buy a $700,000 house with 2% down. All of that could be a gift. You could get a gift for the entire amount and get the $7,000 and still buy a house. You couldn't get cash back if you had all of it as a gift and the 7,000, we would just lessen the amount of the gift by that 7 grand. But you could get in the house for 0 at that particular point. Here's the thing: if it was a $500,000 purchase price, 2% of the purchase price is 10 grand. You could still be eligible for the full 7,000. If it was a $300,000 house, it's a max of 2%, so that'd be 6 grand. You would only be eligible to get 6 grand, not 7 in that particular instance. But here's the thing. Like I said, interest rates are a little bit better right now. This program right now, 0 points is 6.535%. And let's say you had the money or you had a gift to cover all the cost. You could use that 7 grand to pay down points and actually get close to 6 1/8 as an interest rate. And you could write those points off your taxes. So, in general, this is $7,000 potentially to buy a house. If you have a loved one living in your basement, a child or a brother or a sister, and you have the ability to give them some monies toward the gift, and they could get this, might help them get into their first home. If you're a realtor and you're talking to young individuals that say, oh, prices are too high and interest rates are too high and I don't have any money for down payment, this might be a perfect program to put them in touch with me and let me walk them through some of these numbers. In closing, my name is Kevin Retcher. I'm the owner of First Meridian Mortgage. I've been in business for over 28 years. I have never missed a closing date on a purchase where I've pre-qualified someone in my career. I call it an implicit guarantee. If you want to learn more about this program, want to find out whether or not you qualify or if a loved one might qualify, just give me a call, 703-799-5626. I'm here to serve. And as always, to all the Marines out there, you know what I'm going to say, Semper Fi. I'll talk to you soon.